Good evening, everyone. It is just after 7 o'clock, and I hereby call to order the February 2025 meeting of the Village of Tivoli Board of Trustees. I invite you to rise with me and say pledge allegiance to our flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you very much. We are joined tonight by Deputy Clerk Bonnie Day, who will be keeping minutes for us tonight, and she has a report to share with the board.
Deputy Clerk's report: 520 trash tags sold, 2 payrolls were processed by Village Treasurer Bonnie Day. Deputy Clerk and Planning Zoning Secretary Day assisted with 1 meeting of the Village Planning Board on January 27th. The Clerk's office was closed on Monday, February 17th for President's Day. The annual village election will be held on Tuesday, March 19th from noon to 9 p.m. at the Tivoli Firehouse. Voters will be voting for 1 mayor and 2 trustee seats on the village board. All have a 2-year term. If a voter needs an absentee ballot, please call 845-757-2021 or email deputyclerk@tivoliny.org.
Thank you, Deputy Clerk. Trustees, we have 2 sets of minutes in the binders. We have the regular meeting minutes from January 15th, and we have our workshop minutes from February 12th. I'll ask now if there's a motion to approve both sets of minutes. That was Baldino, the second.
Second.
That's Deputy Mayor Major. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. We have here a very hard one, treasurer's report. I want to commend the Deputy Clerk, who is also our treasurer, for working so tenaciously today. We had some serious software challenges very late in the day, even after 4 o'clock. So, but we got through it, didn't we, Bonnie? This month, our total out of the general fund was $41,974.09. $41,974.09. Is there a motion to accept the treasurer's report?
So moved.
And the second?
Second.
That was Mangieri, followed by Schilling. All in favor?
Aye.
Is there a motion to pay the bills?
So moved.
Deputy Mayor, and the second?
Second.
Baldino, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you very much. Moving on to the zoning report from the building department. Trustee Schilling, please.
Okay, building permits reviewed, 6. Building permits issued, 5. 0 complaints investigated. Zoning, property maintenance violations, 0. Appearance tickets, 0. Municipal searches, 4. Inspections, 10.
Thank you. At this time, okay, moving on to our regular business. We have first a resolution accepting funds from the Tivoli Fire Company. The Tivoli Fire Company has given the Village of Tivoli $38,500. That is going to go straight into our fire building expansion capital reserve fund. It's a mouthful. And that's going to be used to complete the bid package for the firehouse expansion. This is coming straight out of some of the incredible donations that the fire company has been able to raise towards the project, and we're very grateful to everyone who's contributed. So we have the funds to move forward here. So is there a motion to accept these funds from the Tivoli Fire Company and deposit them in the firehouse expansion capital reserve fund? Okay, that was Trustee Mangieri, followed by the Deputy Mayor. Is there any discussion on that? Do a roll call, please. Deputy Mayor Major?
Aye.
Trustee Baldino?
Aye.
Trustee Schilling?
Aye.
And Trustee Mangieri?
Aye.
And I also vote aye. I want to thank the fire company for bringing that over. It's been quite an effort for us all, and it's great to work with them. Our next resolution, similar topic. This will be to authorize the engagement of PSA Architects, Peter Sweeney Architects, LLC, for construction and bid documentation completion. We have a proposal from PSA to complete that work for $38,500. He said it'll take a couple weeks, maybe 3 to 4 weeks to complete everything. So, is there a motion to authorize me to sign this engagement with PSA for the construction and bid document completion?
I'll move.
And a second?
Second.
Baldino, followed by Mangieri. Bonnie, let me know if I'm going too fast.
Okay.
Get it off.
Yeah, no, I just lost my spot from it.
Okay. Roll call, please. Deputy Mayor Major.
Aye.
Trustee Baldino.
Aye.
Trustee Schilling.
Aye.
Trustee Mangieri.
Aye.
And I also vote aye, so we will get that signed and off to PSA tomorrow. Okay, our third resolution, a resolution approving updated park rules and event agreements for the third floor community room and Memorial Park. We have in our beautiful village hall, the large third floor, which was once a dance hall, Ballroom?
Always a public meeting space.
public meeting space.
Yep. So,
It's a beautiful room if you've never seen it. It's probably the nicest room in the building. And we like to, it's the people's living room, so we like to let them take access for all sorts of activities. There need to be some certain rules governing that, and we usually charge a small fee. So this is a new policy governing that, as well as the rental of the park pavilion and the park ball field, which is a nice place to have your kid's birthday party. But this time of year, you probably want to be on the third floor. We've gone over this for a couple weeks. Is there a motion to approve the resolution updating the park rules and event agreements for the third floor community room and Memorial Park?
So moved.
That was Mangieri. Is there a
Second.
second? Baldino. Roll call, please. Deputy Mayor Major.
aye.
Trustee Baldino.
Aye.
Trustee Schilling.
Aye.
Trustee Mangieri.
Aye.
And I also vote aye.
I think we should call out what I see as the most important rule regarding use of the third floor, which is no glitter.
In there, right?
Yes, no glitter is.
It's in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good rule. It's right up there with no booze.
Yeah,
Just above no booze.
right, no booze, no glitter.
Both lead to trouble for the
Yeah.
public space.
Yeah.
Our next board meeting will be held on Wednesday, March 19th at 7 p.m., preceded by a workshop at 6 p.m. here at the historic Watts de Peyster Hall. We have our regular March 12th workshop at 6 p.m. And also I'll remind folks that next Wednesday night at 6, on the 26th, we have a public hearing for the purpose of submitting a community development block grant application to Dutchess County. And the village proposes to continue our sidewalk network up Broadway towards Monument Hill. We have the loop bus and the barn shuttle stop up there, more residents out that way, and we think it'd be great to continue the sidewalk in that direction. So that's next Wednesday night at 6. That'll probably be it might be here, it might be on the third floor, we're not sure yet. Moving into trustee reports, Trustee Schilling,
I don't have any.
you good? Okay. Trustee Baldino?
We'll read the Justice Court report. By the way, there's quite a few no overnight parking. Makes me think of all the snow that we've been having and the hard work that the DPW does to plow, so that if your car is where it doesn't belong, you're just in the way for a plow truck, which is a hassle. So this month, the total money collected and remitted to the state controller were $957. $25 in surcharges, 0 in civil fees, for a total of $982.
Thank you, Trustee Baldino. Trustee Mangieri has the police report.
For the month of January, there was a total of 15 incidents. There was 2 uniform traffic tickets issued, 9 parking tickets, and 0 arrests.
Thank you very much. I'm going to begin with an apology for skipping over you last month. You remember?
Oh,
Now
yeah.
we'd like to hear from our deputy mayor, Emily Major.
Oh, all right then. Well, actually, I'm going to keep it real short. If you're looking for something to do March 1st, it's chili night at the Elmendorf. Always a delicious event. So go to historicredhook.com and is it historicredux.org? Google historicredux. And get your chili night tickets. It's a wonderful fellowship event.
Do we have time for that?
Usually. And while we're talking about food, our community potluck that was supposed to be last Sunday was postponed due to the ice, and we have not yet set a new date for it, but stay tuned.
I saw it posted on Facebook.
Not a new date?
Yes.
Really?
Oh.
There's even a new
There's a new poster?
poster and everything
Hang on.
for the 23rd of February.
Oh, all right. Well, here we go. 23rd of February, 5 to 7 p.m. It's going to be on the 3rd floor, so as we said, don't bring any glitter.
Or booze.
Or booze. No booze, no glitter. And yeah, it'll be great to just
What kind of community is this?
hang out with your people, you know, and eat stuff and just chat. So super casual. And the last thing is, if you go out in the bays, there are no ticks, there is no poison ivy, but it is icy. So wear crampons on your feet. The more aggressive, the better. And for the love of God, do not try and drive your car in there because it's icy. So anyway, that's all.
All right, thank you, Deputy Mayor. The ice rink is in full swing. Maybe the best thing about this internal cold we're having, but it's still operational. I think we're not going to get into the 40s until Sunday or Monday, so should be a few more good days this week and early weekend. Again, the ice and snow, I'll just remind folks, can't park on any village street between 1 a.m. and 6 a.m. And that goes right up until April Fool's Day, April 1st. If you don't have off-street parking where you live, you can get a village parking permit and park in the municipal lots. And even when you do need to get your car out of there between 9 and 11, because some days, like today for example, we do ice and snow removal. The Mason's lot was in really rough shape from people not moving their cars, and I knocked on a few doors and saved people a tow today, but we got the cars moved, we got the park cleaned up, which is great, parking lot cleaned up. Residents with sidewalk in front of their home are responsible for clearing ice and snow off their walkway within 24 hours after a storm. And I think it's fair to say that we all didn't do so good on the last storm. So let's try and do a little better. We still got a few weeks of this stuff probably. So, but be careful out there. And I've, again, as Trustee Baldino said, the DPW has, we have 2 gentlemen in our Department of Public Works, and they've been out there every weekend. A lot of, they were working on holidays. It's nice that residents have recognized them. We've had some nice things on Facebook, and I've heard a few plaudits for them, so that's just great. Also, Board of Trustees, the fact that we bought a new sander in the fall has really paid off because we've had to use it a lot, and the guys tell me it's working great. So
Good.
Yeah, I saw them the other day.
yeah, they're happy with that. We'll open it for any public comment, but I'm not seeing members of the public. Trustees, if there's nothing else, we unfortunately have to memorialize one of our fellow villagers. So we do have a nice tradition here on the village board that when someone in our community passes, particularly someone who's had a long and deep impact on our community, we adjourn in their memory. So tonight we're going to do that in memory of John Corcoran, longtime Tivoli resident, known to many and loved by those who knew him. I'll just say before I invite other comments from the board, I've known John since I came back here from college when I was 21, so that's a long time ago. And he was very helpful to me personally. He's an incredibly talented artist, and one of his great honors was he got to design the memorial for Daniel Pearl, if you recall that journalist who was beheaded, I believe, around the time of the first Iraq War during that period. John got the job for that. It might have been Afghanistan.
It was
earlier.
it was the second. It was after 9/11.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, right, we've had 2. So second one. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So I mean, tremendous. He made those stools that used to be at Santa Fe.
Yep.
If you remember that, I think he had a pterodactyl in there. Did he
Yeah.
make that one? So his artwork was always around.
Did you do the pterodactyl one?
Not the current one, but there've been several pterodactyls in there over the years, and he did a nice one. I think so.
And he did the bench. in the
He was
park.
so renowned that you'll even attribute works to him that weren't his.
Absolutely. Yeah.
He helped us build the beautiful bench around our big tree in the park. And mostly, I could go on and on about John, but I'm really grateful that in the last, I'd say 2 years especially, as someone in the disabled community, John had worked very closely with me on a lot of things in the village to promote inclusivity. He was a driving force behind our law that we passed last August, encouraging, reminding, instructing our planning boards, our building department to, really follow and implement the federal and state ADA. John and I had drafted letters, we sent them to businesses, we went to businesses, and he was really working to make this place inclusive and accessible for people of all different abilities. And of course, the village has gotten quite a bit of recognition for our efforts in that regard in the last year or so, and I have to say that the lion's share of that honor, that the mayor got the award, but John was behind it, and I just want to make sure he gets his due. So I know some other folks might want to say something, but I will miss him dearly, and very glad to have known him.
Yeah, I would just like to say that John was a phenomenal craftsman, and he was really generous with his time and with his talent, and he was so just unfailingly patient. And he had great hair. Really, really great hair. Yeah, the village, there's a John-sized and shaped hole in the village. It's gonna be here a long time.
Yeah, and I think he'll have a legacy specifically on this ADA stuff, because we want to keep doing. He had a lot of ambitions for this village that I hope that the board and the community will continue to try and implement.
Indeed.
With that, is there a motion to adjourn in memory of John Corcoran?
I move.
And second?
Second.
That was Major followed by Mangieri. All in favor? It is 7:28. We are adjourned. Thank you very much, folks.